Hey guys, today I wanted to show you my Phoenix Strike Assassin from Project Diablo 2 Season 7. Already made one in Season 5, nothing really changed, but this time I wanted to make a showcase about it, because I think again it is quite overlooked. So let's get to the gear. Using as my main weapon a Vartux Cutthroat, 3 Socket Slam, put 2 Shire Runes for the increased attack speed in it, and an F rune to help me hit better with a minus target defense. This is, in my opinion, the best. You could go Plague, but I don't like the idea of losing my leech and be only maintained with my life after each kill. So I'll stuck with that. On my helmet, Akira's Guardian 3 Socket Slam. Um, since your main AoE is lightning, you kinda wanna focus on that, so I put 3 -5 X damage facets in there. This is, in my opinion, the only reasonable choice for an Phoenix Strike Assassin, since you deal all 3 elementals and getting big minus resistance on all 3 elementals is, you can't pass that up. My amulet, Maras with life after each kill. Again, the AoE from the second charge of Phoenix Strike helps with the leeching if you got decent life after each kill going on, which I always try to get. As a shield, since I'm running a max block, almost max PDR setup, I'm using a Storm with +1 slam. Sadly, fuck the P-box, but it is what it is. Waterwalks as my boots, because of the faster block rate, dex and life. Got some attack rating, mana leech, always big life after each killing. I really like this one, got this quite early from a friend. As my armor, Arcane Swaler, which I think is the best option. You could argue with going maybe, if you don't want to run Storm, you could go Shaft, 3 sockets, or you could go Q Higgins for the mana of each kill, whatever, but I just like this for the massive Vita push, the soft PDR, and the big faster hit recovery, because with these 3 items I'm on 90 FHR. Don't have to buy any FHR skill as you can fully focus on life. Yeah, and I went here with 2 runes and 3 mana after each kill Javel. So on my belt, string of ears, max PDR, max life leech, MDR is 10, doesn't really matter that much, but leech PDR, that's what you want. I tried auch Arachnid Smash in Season 5, but String of Ears was way better in my opinion. My second ring, never really got to change it out. It's quite decent still. Got some good attack rating life, cold res, and life after each kill going here. Some 320 gloves with FBR slam. I personally think you can't get any better than that. At least for my case, for the block. On swap, obviously, call to arms, lidless, just for the boost of skill and some ED for better leech. Inventory, obviously a torch. I gave up trying to get a +2 myself. I'm not gonna buy one for an overpriced price. Yeah, this will do. Bunch of skillers, some with really big life, and just some random 7 MF or 20 life charms, so I not run on 0 magic find. On my mercenary, Infinity, I think it's an obvious choice. Boosts all your 3 elementals from Phoenix Strike, and yeah, just Tarasha's Mass, just to keep him alive, get him going. Because you want a beefy merc as well, since Dragonflight into big packs like a maniac, and this poor guy has to come with you, so at least make him tanky. About my skills, on martial arts tree, go all the way down to get a pointed Dragonflight, since you wanna kinda time it with your procs. If you're on max, on the second for the light proc, Dragonflight then, so you proc it fast again. You will see what I'm talking about when I show you soon. And then just you max out Fists of Fire, Claws of Thunder, Blades of Ice, and Phoenix Strike. As you can see, these are all really good by themselves already, so you can basically even consider running one of these. I tend to use this once in a while for some crowd control and nasty mobs to freeze them up. but yeah, it's your choice. This bit is really flexible when it comes to farming freedom. Shadow Disciplines tab, Claw Mastery, been putting my points into there for the extra attack rating, Burst of Speed and Fade. I've used Fade sometimes if it's a big minus resistance map, but I'm mostly sticking to Burst of Speed for the EAS and the walk 1 speed, obviously. On traps, I got the point into Blade Shield, got told it helps with the leech, not sure, but you got the points over and it looks cool, so why the fuck not? So, and about my attributes, you can see I went for the maximum block setup, which I highly recommend, since you will be dragonflighting into packs like a maniac and running max block and a decent amount of PR. Personally, I would go maximum or even over it. And yeah, a lot of strength. I think I'm pretty fine actually. And if I use my CTA, I'm about 2k life with maximum block and max PDR, which I really like a lot. So let's show you how it's done in the Chaos run. It's not really my main Chaos runner, but gets the job done obviously. I mean, it's a pretty bust character for a pretty easy area. What bothers me the most sometimes if I decide to Chaos run with this a little bit, Dragonflight only works if you see an enemy and you teleport to it basically. So that can be annoying. As you can see, to this, there wasn't one all the way. So yeah, kinda probably what is, okay, this is not a charm map game. Kinda what my favorite thing about this build is the farming freedom. You got all 3 elementals at a really decent damage. You can also use one of the others I mentioned before and run it just that, and it will work. So I usually ran a different map every time, so I ran through all the maps maybe in a day. Okay, I left out some which I just hate. For example, Pandemonium. I just hate it with passion. But you can still run it if you like it for whatever reason. Yeah, I mostly ran Ancestrals, Rune Cisterns, kind of focused sometimes on the ones that benefit my light skill the most, but you don't have to. Can do whatever you want. That's probably just my favorite part. And with my maximum block and almost max PDR and high life setup, and the 10 life after each kill I got collected all over my gear, it's really hard to die. Yeah, and as you can see, it's quite, I kinda call it an active playstyle. As you wanna focus on which proc you wanna proc the most, can like get a feeling for it, but to be honest, at a certain damage level, doesn't really matter. And yeah, I kind of focused on that when I was starting out with it, but in the late game, with my busted gear, with my high skill level, it doesn't really matter. Just kill most of the stuff immediately anyways. So yeah, kinda wanted to show you this build for a long time already. It's one of my favorites, pretty overlooked, pretty cheap to gear. Could just get going with Stormshield Bartox and Akiras and you're good to go. In my eyes, skillers are really cheap. And yeah, it's definitely something different from you're maybe used to be, but does work pretty well. Insane. So, that was it, and feel free to leave in the comments if I missed out on anything, if I missed out on showing my armor again. I will do it this time just in case. And I see you guys soon. Have a good one.